This story is sponsored by Mr. Sparky.
Well, welcome back to Living Local Carolina. I'm Katie Turner, and today in the studio we have Tony Zach yet again. How are you, Tony?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me again. It's good to be here.
Of course. We're talking about generators today.
Yes, we are.
You're the generator expert, I would say.
Well, I've been accused of being that, so yeah. I'm excited to talk about them. It's something that I love. I've always just had a great interest in them, so.
All right, so let's talk about the basics here. Why should somebody watching right now want to get a generator? What are some of the pros?
Well, you know, it's a peace of mind, right? So you're not running around filling up a gas tank, worrying about if your portable generator is going to start up. This is going to take care of, maybe you're on an oxygen machine and you need to have an outlet for that. Maybe you just don't have the ability to go handle a portable generator, or you're worried about being away because a big storm's coming, and you're worried about your freezer, your refrigerator. So the whole house standbys are automatic, and you don't have to worry about it. And so that's why you want to get one, for the peace of mind, to not have to check off your list. It's one thing that you don't have to worry about after you have that whole house experience. They're automatic.
I was gonna say, I mean, here in this area, we know how it is to be battling the elements all the time, especially in hurricane season. What is it like for you, talking to customers about why you should get one of these?
Well, and that's the other thing, right? So when they've named a storm off the coast, it's really crunch time. Thankfully, we've already got customers in line who are going to be installing their unit. It's about impossible to say, hey, there's a storm off the coast of Africa, I want one of these. You still have about a 2-week window, but you have to get in line, right? So it's always a good time to go ahead, be prepared, go ahead and get the process started now instead of waiting to see if a storm's going to come this way, and by then usually it's too late.
Gotcha. And we also have some issues with pests as well, like snakes.
Right. Oh, yeah. Well, you have, even with a whole house standby, you could have issues where people are away from their home. This is going to continue to cool your home down. You're just not going to have to deal with the elements of while you're away. Maybe you went a couple hours away to stay at a hotel. Everything at your house is secure still. Your alarm system's still on. You can still use your garage door opener when you arrive if there's no power. So it's a huge convenience. They often call it the next appliance.
I was going to say too, I bet you'll be the house that everybody wants to come to whenever a storm hits. So you gotta be prepared for that.
Yeah, that's right. Well, you've become a good friend of your neighbors, whether that's been the case in the past or not. If you have power, sure.
Hey, I was a Girl Scout, so I know how it is to be prepared.
Yeah, well, good. And that's exactly why you should get a whole house standby. But in talking about a whole house standby, so the portables are a great item for people that don't have the budget for a whole house. We do hear that a lot. Even though we have great financing programs, we do a lot of portable installations, and this is what they call an interlock kit. And so this is what really protects the utility guys who are working on getting power restored, because this shuts your main breaker off and allows for you to have your portable plugged into typically an outlet box. Very easy for somebody to do if that's what they've got to do, right? So you're going to plug your portable generator into that. You're going to use this with your breakers, okay? That prevents anything going back into the utility, which can injure our linemen.
Gotcha.
So a lot of times if they're out restoring power, they're having to look to see what do we got, who's running a generator. This is going to prevent that. We put a lot of these in. If you need help with this, we're happy to.
This story is sponsored by Mr. Sparky.